As a Black person in corporate America, what things did you have to worry about that your counterparts did not?
Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If today is your first time visiting my channel, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, you guys, you're amazing. May you continue with the same spirit of supporting my channel. So in today's episode, I have this video about Black people in the American corporate, how they conduct themselves, how they are expected to behave, and how they have their experience. So I have some clips that I have collected which will unfold a lot of issues. Let me not waste your time. Let's watch together.
As a Black person in corporate America, what things did you have to worry about that your counterparts did not? I'll go first. Microaggressions. I had to always be mindful of my tone. I couldn't match the passion and the assertiveness of my colleagues. I once worked for a company as a vice president and simply adjusted to the culture of getting things done and following the example that my leader set. And in a meeting, I was simply replicating what I saw. But who got called into HR for being difficult and aggressive? Me. Also, that I understand how an entire race of Black people think about everything. Like an entire race. I can tell you how I feel. I can tell you about my family and my friends, the Black people that I communicate with on a daily basis, but that's all I got. And so in addition to dealing with the normal political happenings and maneuverings within a corporate organization, I had to also deal with feeling like the other in a sea of sameness. The humor, the group discussions, the sidebar conversations, and the expectation that this is simply the standard and that you have to conform to this standard. And most times, no one even gives a thought about how you might feel. The assimilating, the code switching, the daily betrayal, just to support yourself, to support your family, to survive. As a Black person in corporate America, what things did you have to worry about that your counterparts?
My hair. I didn't ever want my hair to be the center of a conversation, particularly for meetings. Why are you concerned with my hair? When I would go to work with my hair curly, it's like, oh, you did something different to it. Look at that. No. And it's not that I did something different. I do something different when I blow dry it and I flat iron. That's different. That's me trying to fit in to your straight hair corporate space. And I shouldn't have done that. And I stopped doing it, but for a long time I did that. And then I would put a lot of product on my hair to make sure that the curls did not like expand as they do towards the end of the day, right? Or pull it back. Stop. I regret very few things. I regret doing that.
If you are a Black woman or a woman of color working in corporate America, this message is for you. If this doesn't apply to you, you can keep scrolling. I'm not offended, or you can watch. But this is just for my Black women, my women of color that work in corporate America. I need to remind myself of this today, and I thought that I would share it with you as well. Your work is so incredible. You are so valuable, and what you bring is uniquely designed for you. And if for any reason nobody tells you that today, just know that. Know that you are incredible in what you do, and you are enough. You don't have to go above and beyond, even though I know you feel that you do. Your work should speak for itself. And if it doesn't, that doesn't mean that it's not great. So, you're tired. You're tired because you feel that you always have to do just more, just a little bit more. just a little more polished. Say yes to just one more project because that's what's been placed on you. And like I said, I'm speaking to very specific people. If this is not your experience, keep scrolling. For those of us that know. And I just want to put that out there. And I want to just share these words of comfort, hopefully to any woman that you might be sitting at your desk right now, scrolling, tired, maybe a little frustrated, feeling undervalued, wondering why, because that's where I am sometimes. But keep going. Keep doing what is uniquely gifted to you. Keep showing up and keep focusing on the things that fill you up and bring you joy, and lean into the people, because you have people around you that see you and they see what you're doing and they see your value, and they may not be people that can make drastic changes, but they are people that you should lean into. Know your people in these spaces, in this corporate space, and really know, I mean, if you just don't hear anything that I say, you are not alone in how you feel, in your fatigue, even like just almost experiencing like trauma. And again, I am talking to very specific people. And if you know and you're nodding your head, then you know. If you're not nodding your head, I'm not talking to you. But I just felt it in my heart to share that. Whenever you are seeing this message, if it resonates with you, I hope that it's just in time, because I know I needed to hear this today. I need to know that I'm not in this by myself. And I want to make sure that every woman out there that works in this corporate space, and it's unique. And I know some of you might say, well, why don't you just go be an entrepreneur and do all the things? Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people that are in this space. And I just want to share some love. And I want you to know that I see you, even if I have no idea who you are. I know your story. I know your journey. And I'm with you. So I hope this just feels right for the person that was meant to see it today. Have a good one. Bye.
One thing about being a young Black woman in corporate America is that there is a grown-ass white man somewhere in the mix acting like you can't do your job. So picture this. I'm at work. There is an electrical box outside of my job that has some graffiti on it, and I was asked to take a picture of it and submit a request to the city to have them come and paint over it. Now, my city got shut down because of a cybersecurity attack, so basically they're not doing anything right now. Nothing is going out, nothing is coming in, they're just stuck. Now, I know this. I know that if I put a request into the city, nothing is going to happen because they are shut down. And I tried to tell this man this, but he refused to listen. So I'm like, okay, I'll put the request in. No one's gonna come out though, but you know what? I'll put the request in to humor you. So wouldn't you know it, not a single person from the city comes to paint this box. Who's surprised? Not me. But clearly the grown-ass white man's surprised, because then I get an email on Tuesday when I come back in from Thanksgiving break talking about, oh, they never came to paint the box. What's your reference number? Because they never painted the box. So this grown-ass man is insinuating to me that because the city, a separate entity from our business, mind you, did not come and paint an electrical box over a holiday weekend, I must not have done my job correctly, and I must be lying about telling them to come paint the electrical box. Like, what is wrong? What is wrong with you? And it's like, damn, this man stays coming for me. And it's like, although I don't like my job, I like not being unemployed a lot better, so I'm here. So, get with it or get gone. I don't know what to tell you.
I've been in the corporate space for a little over a year, like literally a year and 1 month, a year and 2 months. And I just find it very saddening that the standard for Black women is like here. Like, you can't, I'm out the frame with it. But the standard for others, and we are the ones, I feel like, deal with having to figure out, what can I say? How do I say it? What do, like, what is appropriate when others do whatever, say whatever, wear whatever. The microaggressions is crazy. Like, so as I'm analyzing this today, I'm like, this is saddening that Black women, Black men have endured this type of foolishness for years. And not only enduring, and yes, there have been exceptions that have pushed through and went on to be VPs and be directors and all these things. So it's not impossible, but the barriers against us make it more likely that a lot of us aren't going that way. I don't know what to say. I thought when I started talking, like I was gonna, it was gonna flow, but I'm baffled. And I just feel like, as someone in Gen Z, someone who's young, I have the world ahead of me. Do I want to run in the rat race? Like, is that what I want? For me, I mean, we all know, I always talk about women, being a woman in sports and wanting to work for the NFL. And that does not mean that some of those barriers don't exist there. But what the lesson is very clear at this moment is that whatever you're working for, whatever you're doing every day, you need to be happy. You need to be doing something that you're passionate about. Because you're more likely to work through and push through those barriers if you love what you love. You love what you do. You see the impact in what you do. So my advice to recent grads or, upcoming grads is to don't jump at the first thing. The check is always, you're going to find a bigger bag than what is being offered to you. I promise you. So don't worry about the bag. Worry about your passion. Worry about what makes you get up every morning and work towards that. The bag will come.
Let me talk to the Asian women real quick who love to date men of color, the moms. Let me talk to y'all real quick. My mama's included. Don't worry, my mama's included. Y'all will find the darkest skinned man, have a child with him, get pregnant by him, and y'all be so shocked we come out looking like this with, curly hair, a lot of times coarse curly hair. What the fuck were you expecting, June Tao? Did you really think we were gonna come out looking like you and your mama and the rest of y'all? Looking like we fresh from the King Dynasty or something? Yes, you can tell in the features, but baby, no, not with the skin and with the hair. Y'all tickle me with that. And y'all love telling, the little girls and little boys, oh, stay out the sun, you're getting too black. Your family members too, the mom, your aunties and your aunties and your cousins and your mama and them, and love telling your kids, stay out the sun, they getting too black. Stay out the sun. You don't want to look like your daddies, their daddies, people who are darker skinned or, have more melanin than y'all. If you gonna date other cultures and y'all are on the lighter skin side, you're not Asians, who are darker skinned, you're the lighter skinned ones. Educate yourselves, educate your families on why your kids are gonna come out dark skinned if the daddy's dark skinned. We are going to be dark skinned. We will have coarse curly hair. We will talk back. And we will have different personalities, which you may deem as disrespectful. It's not disrespectful. We have a different experience in America than you. So we have to toughen up and govern ourselves accordingly. Otherwise, we'll be crying every 15 minutes for what somebody got to say regarding our heritage, our looks, blah, 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 blah. Educate yourself. There's nothing wrong with liking dark-skinned men, but you need to, as the mom, and especially if you plan on having kids with them, educate yourself so that you can help your kids through their journey and the things that they are going to go through. not only from having Asian heritage, but being dark-skinned in America. Too many times y'all fetishize the dark-skinned man and having the kids by that man, and then the kids grow up and they talk back and they have stronger personalities than what you may have had, and that's because our experience is different. Okay? Educate yourselves, educate your families, and love your kids. I don't care if they come out as dark as this here. Stop telling them and teaching them that they need to stray away from their blackness as much as they can, and stop teaching them they need to stop associating themselves with anything darker skinned, or glorifying how dark skinned they are, i.e. the sun, staying in it all day. And just be mindful of what you say, because you never know how what you say can affect a child. The fact that their dad is dark skinned and you telling them, ooh, stay out the sun, you're starting to look like your daddy and his people, or go straighten your hair, I don't like that nappy look on you. When you have kids of with some outside of your culture, you have kids somebody that's not of your culture and their hair is coarse, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be mindful of what you say and stop being so ignorant. That's the whole point of the video. Educate yourself on who you dating, the culture, and how to love your kids and encourage them to be different and be themselves. Stop being so ignorant.
Being a black woman in the corporate American is a hardest thing to do, because you have to put on and you have to be like a total different person. Honestly, people say if you are quiet, you're going to have a better experience. That's a lie. People have had better experience by being vocal than being quiet. When you are a black woman in a corporate world, people will pick on you. Some things people have to learn being black in the corporate America is they don't want their opinion even though they are asked. Other thing is that they don't care if you are sick or not. So please make sure you use your PCL. It's yours. Use that vacation time. Stop feeling bad for the things that they give you because of your loyalty to the company. Just be loyal to yourself. Don't forget that. Just be loyal to yourself. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my videos. Thank you so much. Bye. And don't forget to tell us your experience of being in an American corporate.